In my last 4-box quarter hunt, we were fortunate enough to find 7 W quarters, but we didn't find any silver. I'm hoping one of these 3 boxes in front of me today can get us back on some silver and maybe get us something for the books. Hey everyone, it's RobFindsTreasure and welcome back to my channel. In front of me I have 3 quarter boxes. I tried to get 4, but I could only get 3 this week before the banks were closed for the weekend. That being said, this is going to be Quarter Hunt and Fill episode number 11, and it's boxes 57, 58, and 59 of the series, but boxes 5, 6, and 7 for the year. We have yet to find any silver for 2023 as far as quarters, so like I said in the intro, I'm hoping we can find some. We also only need 1 quarter for the second Dansco album, the 1963p silver quarter, and hopefully if we do find some silver, it's that one. But if not, we'll take some for the older ones as well. On top of looking for silver and W's, I'm looking for upgrades for the Eaglebacks, as well as any varieties, proofs, or foreign coins. Now, these 3 boxes are circulated. I can see from the holes in the bottom, but I have this box on top because when I look through the holes in the bottom, it looks like it's basically a majority of Anime Wong quarter enders. So it's probably going to be a mostly new uncirculated box, but I did see some circulated enders, so we know we have some to look for in here as well, just in case. But we'll start off with this one because it doesn't look very promising, and then these 2 boxes look a lot more circulated. Now, we'll give you a look at the books at the end, but for now, we're going to slide them out of the way and get right to the hunt. Like I said, this top box had a lot of new enders, but there were some circulated quarters. Let's see how bad it looks on the top side, or if it looks better than it looked from the bottom. Yeah, take a look at that. So this is going to be a tough box. We only have a handful of circulated enders, but I have to go through it just in case there is a W or a silver or a variety, you name it. Probably going to end up just hunting this box off camera, and if I find something, I'll bring you in, but most likely not, but we got to go through it like I said. I'll be back with either a box wrap-up or, if we have it, a find. Well, we're on roll number 8 of the first box, and this is why we look through them, even if they don't look very promising, because even though it's circulated, we have an S-proof coin. It's clad 2003 Illinois State. We'll take that. We'll take a proof coin all day long. Not in the best condition, like I said, but still a find for the board. Now let's get back to the hunt. Roll number 24. Another proof coin, I can tell by the reverse. 2016 Cumberland Gap. We'll take it. It's clad, but still another nice find. 2 proofs so far, 24 rolls in. Well, that first box has been hunted. We did have 2 proof finds, but no W's, no silver, and with there being 29 of the 50 rolls were completely uncirculated Anime Wong Denver quarters, we knew it was going to be a tough hunt. I'm going to go ahead and slide that out of the way. Let's crack open the second box of the hunt. Same stamp, a lot more circulated enders from the bottom side, so we shouldn't have that same problem on this box except for getting it open as usual. Let's see if I can do this without cutting to another scene. All right, looks like a very nice quarter box. Actually, a lot of older Washington designs and a lot of 2019 and 2020 enders, so could be a good box. Keep our fingers crossed. Let's start hunting, and I'll bring you guys in if and when I have a find in box number 2. We're 41 rolls into the second box, and I missed it by the edge. It's not silver, but take a look at this. 2008 República de Panama. We got a Panamanian quarter right here, and it is un cuarto de Balboa, but it's got the ribbon on it. Definitely take that. Pretty cool. We'll take that one. A foreign, and I do have 2 Wilma Mankiller die chips at the mouth quarters. Not the best, but I always hold on to those as well. 9 rows left in the box. No W's, no silvers yet, but at least we have a find. That's all she wrote for box number 2. Man, it's been tough with quarters lately. I will take what we've got so far, but we only have 1 more box left of this hunt, and I'm hoping there's something in that box to keep me from having to add another box or 2 to the hunt. Let's go ahead and slide this box over and keep our fingers crossed we get something good. I'll tell you, based on what I saw at the bottom, I put this box as last, mainly because it has the 4-0 stamp, and we had good luck in one of these boxes recently, and it looked the best from the holes in the bottom, but once again, it's overglued. Let me go ahead and cut it open, and I'll be back with a look at the top coins. All right, we've got it popped, and we definitely have another circulated quarter box. Looks a lot like the last box, but no enders. Hopefully, it's better than the last box. I'll be back if and when I have a find in box 3 of the hunt. We're on roll 35 of this third box, and we've got another one of these edges that looks like it could be silver, but the reeds don't look right. And before I get my hopes up, figured I'd open it with you guys. And I knew it. It's just a Canadian quarter from 1988, I believe. Yeah, 1988. We needed it to be 1968 or earlier to have some silver in it, and it doesn't. But it's another foreign for the board. 2 foreigns, 2 proofs. No silver or W's yet. Well, as much as I would have loved to have found silver or W's for you guys today, it just wasn't in the cards. 2 proofs, 2 foreigns, a nice bicentennial that we don't need, a couple of die-chipped quarters, and for funsies, another Philadelphia 2010 Yosemite National Park quarter that I found during this hunt in this box. Because it's only 3 boxes and because it's on box 59 and I'm a stickler for even numbers, I think what I'll do is I'll add 1 more box to this hunt. If I get 2, I'll add 2, but we'll see if I can give it 1 or 2 more tries to fill something up on the board that's silvery or a W. I'll be back when I have another box or 2, and fingers crossed, they're better than the last 3. Well, I'm back, and I have a couple of quarter boxes because even though I only wanted to get at least 1 more to make it 60 for the Hunt and Fill series, when I picked up this first box with that same 7658 stamp and looked through the holes in the bottom, looks like we have another mostly uncirculated Anime Wong quarter box with some circulated enders, just like that first box of the hunt. That being said, the first box of the hunt gave us a couple of proof quarters, so maybe we have some more proof quarters in that box. We'll crack that one open in a second, but I went ahead and grabbed a second box just to make sure we had a full circulated quarter box to add to the video. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and crack open this probably mostly uncirculated quarter box, but we'll see what it's got inside and see if the top side looks as bad as it does from the holes in the bottom. Man, these glued boxes nowadays have a lot more glue than they used to. You know what? It definitely has a lot of new enders, but it actually has a few more circulated enders than the last time, and love seeing a drummer boy ender. You guys know the drill. We're on the quest for silver, W's, proofs, foreigns, varieties, anything for the books. Well, we're on roll 47 of this first box, and so far 17 of the 47 rolls have been uncirculated 2022 Denver Anime Wong quarters, and I would say that about a third to half of all of the other rolls have also been new quarters. But I bring in because we're going to find another foreign and take a look at this beauty. Man, that's a nice looking Balboa quarter. It's clad, so it's going to be 1965 and newer. And it's 1966. Matter of fact, I'm not 100% sure if there is a 65 Balboa the more I think about it. I think they had silver in 1962 and earlier, and then no quarters struck for a few years. But either way, it's not silver. Still a nice looking coin. A little bit of damage or circulation wear in the center of the shield there, but beautiful find nonetheless. 3 foreigns, 2 proofs, 3 rolls, and this one to go. That's all she wrote for the 4th quarter box of the hunt. I'm okay with getting the Balboa coin, and we did find another Wilma Mankiller die chip at the mouth quarter, which I'll take. Wasn't expecting much in that box because of so many uncirculated rolls, but we'll take what we can get, and at least we got something. Last box of the hunt. Let's see if I'm back with a find, a silver hopefully, a W maybe, or a box wrap-up. Roll number 4 of box number 5 of the hunt will get us off the W schneid because we got a W quarter right here, and it's going to be a 2019 because there's no V75 privy. Which one is it? Hopefully the AMP. No, it's the River of No Return, which I will still take, but I definitely need more AMPWs. We'll add that to the board. Best find so far. Still no silver, but the W's are back. Well, we're on roll number 32 of this final box of the hunt, and I found a bucket lister. It's not in the best shape, but I've got a 1976 Denver Bicentennial quarter under the scope, and it's not the DDO. In 1976, both the Denver and Philadelphia Mint actually had a mistake where they had a planchet that was not between the two striking dies, the obverse and reverse dies, and they clashed each other and produced a nice die clash. I've never found either the Philadelphia or the Denver one for that matter. But I've got a circulated, pretty beat up 76D under the scope. And what you're going to be looking for is the reverse, this part of the die in front of Washington's face. You can see part of E pluribus unum in front of his nose. There's a star in front of his mouth. And then part of the flame right here is down here below his chin, and even a star. There's also part of the drummer boy's elbow and arm back behind his head. And based on the alignment of the planchet, sometimes this stuff is further out, and that's when they're even better. And sometimes it's even very minimal. This is a decent one, graded by PCGS. Very nice coin. Let me go ahead and bring up the scope now of mine. And you can clearly see the unum here, E pluribus unum, in front of his nose. We have the star in front of his mouth, as you can see. We have part of the flame down here next to In God We Trust. Just part of it because it's circulated, but it's the same markers there. And I even have that star down below his neck. And like I said, mine shifted a little bit because of the way the planchet was set in the collars. But either way, it's definitely that die clash. Mine has the ring of death, little ring of death, and heavy circulation wear, unfortunately. But I did spot it. It is definitely one of the mad die clashes. Wish I found a nice one, but we didn't. However, I'll definitely take the one I found. Pretty cool find overall. Hopefully I find another one in the future in better condition. Now let's get back to the hunt. Before I get back to the hunt, I figured I'd show you that I found one that looks a lot more like mine. You can see the unum right there. And if I bring mine down, you can see that part of the top little triangle of the building right here, which is the same as there. I even have that clash mark, which is right here above mine. And then the star in front of his mouth. And then, of course, the star and part of the flame down below. This one just is a lot more closer to what mine looks like, so I figured I'd show you guys that. All right, enough playing around. Let's finish up this box and hopefully find some silver W's. Well, that concludes box 9 of the year and 61 for the Hunt and Fill series, and we have yet to find a silver quarter for 2023, just like my dimes. That being said, it was definitely a fun hunt overall. Even though we didn't get silver, I have a couple of potential upgrades to the Eagleback book, a 1972 Denver in nice shape, and a really nice 1989 Denver. We'll take a look at those. We got 3 Woman Man Killer die tubes at the mouth, and we even got a 2021 Crossing the Delaware Philadelphia minted die chip at the hat. Not the best example, but still a nice looking quarter. 2 proof quarters, 3 foreign quarters, a W quarter from 2019, the River of No Return, and of course, even though it's not in great shape, my first ever die clash from the Bicentennial 1976 year quarters. Can't get mad at that. That makes me happy. Again, I know no silver, but let me go ahead and compare the finds to the second book, the Clad book, to see if we have any upgrades, and I'll be back with some final thoughts on the hunt and a look at the books. We have compared the finds to both albums. Of course, nothing in the silver years to add, and that's definitely very skimpy. I know, 61 boxes, it's hard to find silver quarters. For the second book, we still need that 63p silver quarter, and despite a few potential upgrades, I couldn't make a case to upgrade either the 72D or the 89D. We already have decent examples in these books, and even though there's a lot of examples in here that definitely need to be upgraded, I have to be picky because I don't want to pop these out for one that's still heavily circulated like this 1973. I have to find ones that look nice enough to take a place in order to upgrade them. That being said, another tough quarter hunt. Although we had finds, we still did not find any silver, and the W's, we only found 1 in 5 boxes. Crazy. Hopefully you enjoyed this 5-box quarter hunt. If you did, I'd appreciate that thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting, and thanks for watching. Dimes and quarters have been tough, and that's leaving the silver jar hungry. Luckily, we have been finding silver half dollars in our half dollar hunts.